Hello everypony, Dyslexia here. Link to my divining art in the description below and also for my Patreon if you like to do that. Warning, this video will contain pictures from Google and other places that is not mine, so please give respect to the owners of these pictures and copyrights. And also warning, it's going to contain my personal opinion about something in My Little Pony, so if you don't like stuff like this, click away or else stay. Yeah, here we go. 3, 2, 1. So I have a reason to believe that the 1000 moons is not that long of a time as we think. I actually feel like it's only 6 years, and I have calculations in the description down below on how I got to that conclusion. I will not talk about it here because I'm not mathematic at all. I was just thinking that maybe My Little Pony universe uses the moon calendar. If you don't know what that is, I'm going to link to that down below. I'm going to link to also how many counts there is of a full moon, and I'm going to link to the lunar calendar, as it's called. So I'm actually thinking that they use that kind of a calendar in the My Little Pony show. Now I'm not 100% sure that they does this or do this, sorry for that, but I can see when I go into the Wikipedia page of the My Little Pony Friendship is Magic, and he answers how many moons that there is on a year or something in those lines. There's no really defining answer, or maybe it's just me that doesn't look enough around, or how to say that, and maybe you guys have a better idea of how long time it is, and maybe I'm totally wrong on the time because I'm not that mathematic, but I still feel like 6 years is a very long time to be separated from your sibling. And also 6 years is time enough for, the making of Discord and the banishment of Sombra. And, 6 years is more than time enough for the elements of harmony to be made, and elements of harmony being scattered around, and the main 6 finding each other, Twilight being friends with the other ones, and being the princess of friendship and stuff like that. And the 6 years would also explain when Luna comes back. She's just a little filly, but we can't measure the time with her because I do really believe that she grows faster than normal ponies because she's a alicorn, and also that she have been trapped into the moon for the 6 years or the 1000 moons, as Celestia says. So I don't know about that, but I was actually measuring the time with also, both Caden's birth and the time that the CMC gets their cutie marks. So if I'm predicting this right, the 1000 moons is 6 years. So if you count, the days, and it also actually makes sense that they are using the moon calendar for the Christmas and the summers and stuff like that. That is why they have Christmas in, January, or when it is, where we have summer, and it's vice versa because they're using the moon calendar as what they prefer as calendars, or how to say that. That is the way I feel like the My Little Pony universe is measuring time, or how to say that. I also feel like they have like sun clocks and stuff like that, so they know what time of the day it is. They also have normal clocks, but I do believe that those clocks are in tune with the moon calendar. And if it's a pony that works with the clocks, that only knows the moon calendar, he would set, or she would set the time for the moon calendar. So if my time here in Denmark right now, it's like 13, 18. If you don't know what that time means, it's like almost a little over dinner time here in Denmark. In your countries, the time is totally different, and I do believe that the same is to say in Equestria. I actually believe that the time there is like, I don't know precisely, but it would be totally different to my time and also your time, because none of us uses the moon calendar as time, or at least I don't feel like we humans ever did use the moon calendar. I could be wrong on this because I'm not that historically either, but I actually feel like it could make sense with all of the stuff happening, and the 1,000 moons. It sounds like 1,000 years, but I actually don't feel like it's that many years. Not to say that 6 years is a very long time to be separate, as I said, from your sibling or your family member. I would go insane if I would to split apart from my younger brother for 6 years. I think I would be very sad about that. But yeah, as I found out with the moon calendar, there is about 19 moons, or 19 or 29 moons where you can actually see the moon out of the 356 days or 65 days. I'm sorry, but the Danish counting system is like 356, and I know it's on English it's like easier because it's just 365 days. So yeah, and I tried to make the calculations as I said in the description down below, but me not being that mathematic and stuff like that, I actually stopped before it became too much for me. Maybe you guys can help me with this calculation, or you feel like the moon calendar is not the answer and they're using other form of calendar. I was also thinking about that they may have used other old calendars, because we have actually a lot. We have also used the Roman calendar. I feel like that is a thing, but I don't know if we ever have used the moon calendar to count days, or to know if it was, well, we know it when it's night and when it's day, of course, because of the moon and the sun. But I do believe that we have used more the sun to count the days in very old time, where we didn't have clocks and where we didn't have, stuff like that. Because when we were cavemen, or how to say that, we woke up when it was morning, and then we knew it was morning. Like, I don't feel like they counted the days as much as maybe they did. I don't know. As I said, I'm not very historian. I was just thinking about that. I feel like the 1,000 moon stuff, or the 1,000 stuff that Celestia says, if she says 1,000 years, I do believe that is not true. I actually feel like maybe it's something to keep, it's separate from the moons, but it could actually be very interesting if it was 1,000 moons and not 1,000 years. But maybe I have heard it wrong, and I will go back and see the episodes again. But I do believe that it is in the episodes they say 1,000 years, but I actually feel like it's more like 1,000 moons, because that is the way that they count years in Equestria, or how to say that. I don't know if it keeps up with what I'm thinking. Maybe it's too far out there, and they certainly know the difference between years and moons. but I don't know, you guys. Leave your thoughts and stuff like that in the description down below. Tomorrow I'm going to talk about the other main 6 that I think that Starsworth the Bearded have chosen. But from now on, I'm going to make a video every day, and I'm sorry that I didn't make a video yesterday, but I was busy with other stuff. So that is all that I have to say for today. Do remember that inspiration is right around the corner. Do remember to take care of yourself and your loved ones. And that was actually all. Yeah, okay, bye.